Okay, folks, we got a new pitcher on the mound. Sage Lovelace comes in to take over. Try to see if we can rectify this situation of it's no longer bases loaded. They have a man on second and third, but the count is tied now at 3-3. One out here. Sage trying to fix the situation we're in the pitch. That one goes high. So Sage starts off with a fastball that goes high, and he's behind the count 1-0. So the Prospects have a man on second and third. We've given up 3 runs, well more than we wanted to give up. Sage kind of pushes one down the right in the middle of the plate, and that one doesn't quite make the plate, and he will fall behind 2-0. So it looks like Sage trying to stretch his arm out. He did have a couple of pitches that he was able to warm up on, and the count is 2-0 here with one out in the bottom of the first, and the pitch. That one's inside, and that one hits the batter. So back-to-back hit by pitches here that we've given up, and they'll get another man on base. So that'll load the bases once again. And we finding ourselves in a little bit of trouble after giving up 3 runs already. They have bases loaded, one out here in the bottom of the first. So when it's hot like this and it's muggy, it makes for a long day when we're not doing what we're supposed to do. Bounces another one in there, the first pitch of the next batter, and Sage falls behind 1-0. All right, bases loaded here. Well, Sage trying to get it together. Nice pitch there by Sage, and that'll even up the count at 1-1. So it looks like Sage wasn't really ready yet to start throwing his pitches. Hopefully that can be a sign of things to come as he gets his first strike of this second batter he's faced. And the pitch. Ooh, that's low and inside. Batter watch that one going. He's ahead in the count 2-1. All right, Sage goes back to work behind in the count 2-1. Here's the pitch. Nice pitch there, but does not come across the plate where it needed to be, and he'll fall behind 3-1. So Sage got to put together a couple of nice pitches here so that we won't walk a run in. And the pitch. Oh, that's inside. Sage walks a batter. And now they have 4 runs on the board. So pretty rough inning here for our Covington Reds 16U. Sage goes back to work. Nice pitch there by Sage as he catches the outside corner. I'm pretty sure the coach is telling them to take as many pitches as they can. So we've given up 4 runs. The last run was attributed to Trenton. Pitch there, bounced it in, and that'll even up the count at 1-1. So bases loaded here. We're having a tough time here on the mound getting ourselves together. We got 1 out, trying to get 2 outs desperately to get out of this inning. We call timeout. The infield comes in and have a conversation with Sage. Kind of want to calm him down and maybe just let his arm rest a little bit. I'm looking out in the outfield. Our fielders look real uncomfortable out there. It's not the best conditions for outfielders because you do a lot of sitting around until that ball is put in play. All right, folks, got ourselves in a little bit of a trouble here. They're conversing, or they just finished conversing with Sage. We've given up 4 runs, and they have taken the lead. USA Scout Prospects has taken the lead over our Reds 16U by the score of 4-3. 1 out here. The count is 1-1 here for Sage. Not quite sure. That looked like a pretty long timeout there, but seems like everything is back in order, and we bring the batter back up to the plate. And the pitch. Swung on and popped up. Oh, right over Sage head. What a horrible play. Nice play there by J-Man as he comes up firing the first base, pops it over to Brandon. We do get the batter out at first base. The ball just went over the outstretched arms of Sage, but J-Man was boogieing to get that ball, and he had to come up firing as the runner was boogieing down first base. So we did give up another run. That increases their lead by 2, and we trail 5-3, but we do have our second out of the inning, so not all bad for us here. Ball is popped, foul back over the dugout. And the pitch. Ooh, that's low and outside. Or it's 5-3. We're trying to get that elusive third out. Pitch strikes out the batter, so it looks like we got ourselves together. So great job by Sage. Great little timeout there by the guys as they were able to get chased to have a guy hit into an out and then struck out the last batter. So we did give up 5 runs. Rough inning there for our Covington Reds 16U. I'm sorry. We just know we got to swing the bat and get those runs back. All right, folks, make our way to the top of the second inning. Our Covington Reds 16U squad gave up 5 runs in the bottom of the first, and we trailed the contest 5-3 to the USA Scout Prospects. Number 15, Riley McCoy steps into the batter's box with number 10, Gabriel White sitting on deck. Got a little making up to do, and no better time than the present. Ooh, nice pitch there, kind of delayed, but didn't hit the corner, and Riley to find himself ahead in the count 1-0. And the pitch. That's high and outside. So Riley is definitely ahead in this count 2-0. We all know our Covington Reds 16, you can swing it. So definitely know that they're going to make their way back into this game. Just a matter of when. And the pitch. That one's low. So Ryland finds himself ahead in the count 3-0. This would definitely be a take pitch here for Ryland, as we definitely want to make the pitcher throw a strike. Top of the second inning. We're out here at Shiloh High School. That's a strike right down the middle. Great take there by Ryland. Now he's ready to go. So out here at Shiloh High School here in Snellville, Georgia. Beautiful day for baseball. A little warm. Guys have to stay hydrated. And the pitch. Swung, catches the outside corner, so now the count is full on Ryland at 3-2. So Ryland is the first batter here of the top of the second inning. Counts full and the pitch. That's low and outside, and Ryland's going to get a walk. So we'll start off getting a man on base, as Ryland had a pretty good at-bat there, and Gabriel White will step into the batter's box. Gabriel White steps into the batter's box. Pitcher throws over to first base. You ain't on the ground, you ain't far enough. Pitcher's paying a lot of time with all right. Two balls on Gabe, and the count and pitch swung on and missed by Gabe. Count to go to 2 balls, 1 strike here on Gabe. Ryland sitting on first base. We're trying to move him along. We're in the top of the second, trailing the contest 5-3 to the USA Scout Prospects. And the pitch. That's low and inside. So Gabe's ahead in the count, 3-1. So we're doing a good job of forcing the pitcher to make some pitches. So count here is 3-1 here on Gabe. Ryland sits on first base. Nice little lead there for him, and the pitcher delivers. Swung on and popped out to left field. The third baseman's running out there. He can't see it, and he's not going to be fast enough to get over there, and that one to go foul. So Gabe pops one over to the third base side, and that one to go foul. So now the count is full here with no outs here in the top of the second. Count is full here. All right, so the count is going 3-2 full count here on Gabe. We had a little discrepancy to try to make sure that the count was full. And here goes the pitch. Runner takes off. Swung on and popped over the dugout. That one goes into the trees. We'll have a little tough time getting that one back. And rather than go back to first base, and the count will stay full here on Gabriel White. So 2 fouls here to keep Gabe battling here in this count. And he stands up, pitcher delivers, swung on and popped up back again. So Gabe fouled the last 3 pitches over the dugout for our Covington Reds. So good little battle here for Gabriel White. Gabe step back in. Rylan takes a nice little lead off of first base, and the pitcher delivers. Pitcher action didn't deliver. He throws over to first base. Rylan was able to sneak back over, and he gets in safe and sound. So a little cat and mouse game there from the pitcher and the first baseman. Gabe stays in the batter's box, prepares for the pitch. And here it is. Swung on and popped over to third base again, third base line. So Gabe trying to go oppo-toppo, as that's his fourth pitch that he's fouled over to the third base side. So Gabe battling here. Top of the second, we're trying to keep them in the field as long as they kept us in the field. As we trail the contest 5-3, we do have a man on first base, which is Rylan. And on deck, we should be back to the top of the order with Brandon. And the pitch for get to Gabe. Swung up, hit down the middle. Oh, caught by the second baseman, but the ball was thrown into the dugout. I'm sorry, caught by the shortstop. Gabe put it in play, but right there to the shortstop. He catches the ball, fires over first, threw a wild throw, went over his head, fired it into the dugout, and the man gets down safe and sound to second base. So Coach Tate is trying to make sure everything was okay. The ball went in the dugout, so he'd get automatically advanced to the next base. So folks, we're back to the top of the order. Brandon Scott steps in, and Rylan playing a little mind games there with the pitchers. He turns around, does not make the throw, and Rylan get back safe and sound. Brandon's up at the plate. I believe he's behind the count 1-0. Head was down. Pitcher spins around, fires a fastball to the second baseman. Rylan was already on the base before he even threw the ball. Brandon steps back in. He's ahead in the count, 1-0. And the pitch. That was a high fastball. And now Brandon finds himself ahead in the count, 2-0. One out here in the top of the second. We're trying to make some moves here to get back those 5 runs we gave. We only need 2 to get them back. Got Brandon at the plate. Rylan on second. Pitcher takes a look and delivers. Oh, that's another high pitch. So the count is 3-0 here on Brandon. Looks like he's going to be in the take position here. Man on second base. We want to definitely try to get that runner home at the top of our order, so we should be able to make some noise here, folks. One out here in the top of the second. Ryden takes a nice little lead off on second. The shortstop's playing right there behind him. He steps over to second base, and the pitch. That's high and outside, so Brandon gets 4 straight balls, and he boogies on down with the walk to first base. So now we got a man on first and second. And Marcus. Oh, we did sub Marcus out. Yes, looks like we had to sub Marcus out for Jerry. Good, how are you? All right. And Jay Francis has a count 3-1. Oh, low and outside. And catches that outside corner. So now the count is full here, 3-2. One out here in the top of the second. Very, very pivotal batter right here, as we do have men on first and second. We'd love to try to move these runners along with Jay Francis. He's the guy for it. And the pitch. Boom, smacked over the left field. And that's gonna should be on the plate too. As we got Riley coming around third base. And looks like Brandon's going to hold up as Jay Francis hits a double shot down third base line. And a great piece of hitting there by Jay Francis as he accumulates a double. Now we got two men in scoring position on second, third as Riley comes across the plate. We get one of those runs that we gave back or gave to the U.S. Scout squad. And now we trail by one by the score of 5-4. We still only have one out. They call a timeout to have a conversation with the pitcher. Not quite sure if he's going to change him out or not, but we'll let you know as soon as we find out. Once again, Cameron Scott, the hottest bat. Okay, so they had to change the pitcher here. It brings number 18 here on the mound there. As we have men in scoring position on second and third. One out here in the top of the second inning. Our Covington Reds battling back after giving up 5 runs. We started off the game with 3 runs in the first inning. They came back. We had some pitching woes, which gave up 5. As Cameron Scott stepped into the batter's box, and the first pitch is going to be a ball. So he's ahead in the count 1-0 here. Top of the second. We're trying to get those runs back that we gave up. Ooh, that was a nice little pitch. Uh-oh. Catcher comes up firing it down to third base, but Brandon able to slide back in there and make it with no issues. That pitch looked pretty good, but the thing for us, umpire called it as a ball. So now Cam finds himself ahead in the count 2-0 with 1 out. That was high, bounces off the umpire. Brandon will come across the plate, no throw. There's a long backstop here, so if you lose one here, you might as well call that a run. And then both runners able to advance. All right, the count is 3-0 here on Cameron, trying to see if he can put something across the plate, but this is definitely a take pitch for Cameron, with the count being 3-0. J7 boogied him down to third base. The game is tied at 5 as he took that pitch like he's supposed to, and the count goes to 3-1. So 1 out here, definitely a chance for us to now take the lead here. As J7 sits on third base, Cam Scott waiting for a fat pitch to come across the plate. Will this be it? Ooh, that one fell off the table. Unfortunately, didn't hit the strike zone for them, and Cameron boogie away down to first base with a walk. So now we got runners on the corners. Sage Lovelace, number 5, steps into the batter's box. Tyson Maxey sits there on deck. 1 out here in the top of the second. The pitch. Okay, folks, bang bang situation right there. But what happened is Sage was protecting his runner like he should on the bunt. He just went across the plate and got in the way of the catcher throwing the ball to second base. Unfortunately, Cam, they ended up calling Sage out because of the interference part of it. But they're not going to let Cam get the base either. They'll send Cam back to first base. So we'll still have runners on the corner. Unfortunately, Save will be called out on the interference. All right, so Tyson Maxey steps into the batter's box. Hopefully, you guys got a good understanding of why Sage was called out because he interfered with the throw going down to second base. Cam had to go back to first base, and now we have runners still on the corner as that ball was well inside, but the umpire did call it a strike, and that'll be 0-1 here on Tyson Maxey to start off his plate appearance. All right, so the score is tied here 5-5. We got Jay Francis sitting on third, Cam on first with a big run. Cam takes off, and Tyson hits a mammoth shot. Unfortunately, it goes out down the third base side, and that'll be a foul. But Tyson got a hold to that one there. If he can just straighten that one out a little bit, we'll have something working there. So Tyson finds himself behind in the count 0-2. Cam did boogie his way down to second, but had to go back because of the foul. And he takes off and goes again. That ball goes low. Good stop there by the catcher. Jay Francis have to go back, but Tyson was able to boogie on down to second base. So 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. Tyson behind in the count 1-2. We got 2 men in scoring position on second and third. Tyson caught one just a minute ago. If we can get him to straighten it out this time. Swung on and hit down to the shortstop. Takes a funny looking bounce. He was able to catch it, toss it over first base, and they'll get out of the inning. So nice little piece of hitting there by Tyson. Unfortunately, the bounce by the on the field, the shortstop was able to play that ball because that was a ugly hop there. He was able to play off the bounce and was able to get Tyson out, throwing it out at first base. Hey, not all is lost, folks. We did get 2 runs back here in the top of the second. The score is now tied at 5-5 as we mosey on down to the bottom of the second. All right, fans, we make our way to the bottom of the second. The contest is tied 5-5 between our Covington Reds 16U and the USA Scout Prospects. Say Ludge lays heads back out to the mound, and he'll be taking over here And let's see if Sage can go ahead and do his best work, as this will be the first batter of the bottom of the second inning. Once again, folks, thanks for everybody for tuning into the live broadcast. We're definitely going to have some technical difficulties, and that's just based on the sun draining everything that we have. But we're going to do our best to keep the live coverage going. And the first pitch by Sage is hit down the third base line, but goes foul. And Sage will find himself ahead in the count 0-1. We're out here at Shiloh High School. Great day for baseball. Uh, really, really hot right now. I want to say it's in the high 80s. It's supposed to hit the 90s by 5 o'clock, which is our next game. But we're going to do the best we can right now as we've tied the game back up at 5. And Sage is taking over on the mound. And we're going to see if we can maybe get a 3 up and 3 down inning. And the pitch. Inside corner is what Sage caught, and he'll be ahead in the count 0-2. And the pitch. He bounces that one in there, and the count will go to 1-2. So Sage still ahead here in this count. And the pitch. That one's bounced in, so Sage falls even here on the count 2-2. And the pitch. Ooh, bounces one in there as well. So now Sage has thrown 3 straight balls, and the count goes full at 3-2. So all Sage needs is one good pitch here, and that'll get him away from his batter. Now the batter did swing and hit the first pitch, a line drive down third base that went foul. So our infielders and outfielders are definitely on alert. Count is full, and the pitch. Hit down the middle. Once again, hit over to left field. So I kind of saw that coming. Caden LaFrance gets the ball, bobbles it a little bit, comes up firing, throws it over to second base. Riley stops it up, and their batter will get a single shot over to left field. Score is tied here, 5-5 in the bottom of the second inning. It's the Covington Reds 16U versus USA Scott Prospects. Sage Lovelace is on the mound as he peeks over to first base. They did get the leadoff batter on first base as he shot a line drive single down in the left field. Takes a peek. The runner takes off running. Batter backs out. Ball bounces off of the second baseman. And the runner was still his way on over to third base. So now they got a runner in scoring position. 1 ball with a man on third base with no outs here in the bottom of the second inning. So misfortune on the throw. Tyson kind of bounced it in there. Ryland had a chance to lock it up. It did bounce off his chest, but it did go into center field. J-Man was able to run out and gather it up and toss it back in. And the pitch swung on and popped overhead right to Ryland at second base. He makes the catch, and that's to be our first out of the inning. So great job there by Ryland as he makes the catch right there at second base. Didn't have to move a whole lot, and that'll keep that runner over there on third base. And the pitch. Ball gets away from Tyson, and they score another run. So long backstop, you're going to automatically just give up a run. Tyson not real happy with that one as they take the lead back 5-6. All right, folks, we give up a run here. Now we trail in the contest 6-5 to the USA Scout Prospects. One out here in the bottom of the second inning. Sage goes back to work and throws a fastball straight down the pipe, and he'll be ahead in the count. Oh, no, the count should be even at 1-1. I'm sorry. And the pitch. Swung on and missed. Ball bounces back to the backstop. So Sage finds himself ahead in the count 1-2. Low and outside, the count will go even to 2-2. So for you folks that stay with us, we appreciate that. Like I said, we're going to tell you in advance there are going to be some issues here. Weather is pretty hot, and so these devices will definitely heat up and cause some damage. As we've already seen at the broadcast, we just stop on its own because it just needs a breather. But we're going to do everything we can to keep it live and living color as the batter fouls one down the third base line, and the count will stay even at 2-2. But yeah, just to add to that, just bear with us as much as you can. Just an update on Marcus. I did see him walking towards the parking lot. Not quite sure if that's it for Marcus today. I know the way he got up and was walking, it seemed like he was hurt pretty bad. So keep that young man in our prayers, and hopefully Marcus will be back to fight another day. All right, Sage goes back to work with the count even at 2-2. Throws a pitch in there inside. Makes the batter flinch a little bit. He made it seem like he got hit on the shoulder. Umpire didn't necessarily agree. Now the count is full at 3-2 here. One out. Sage goes back to work. And the pitch. Swung on it, hit right down the middle. Oh, J-Man almost had it. Gabe stops that ball from going any further, tosses it back into second base. So nice solid shot there by the batter as it gets past J-Man. He made a valiant attempt, unable to corral it. So now they got a man on first base here in the bottom of the second with one out. They do lead on the scoreboard 6-5. Sage goes into the stretch, takes a peek, it delivers the pitch. Oh, something happened. Not sure. Looked like it might have been a balk called on Sage, and that'll allow the batter to make his way over to second base. So that's two balks that's been called on our Covington Reds here today. Kind of hard for me to see, unfortunately, folks. I'm have a direct shot where I'm located. Count stays with no balls as the runner takes off. Tyson throws one down to first base. That goes through Cam's legs. He didn't get the glove on the ground, and the man steals all the way in. So we're just having some snafus here in the field that we typically don't have. So we give up another run just based on just not doing traditional baseball the way we're supposed to do it. So they get two runs back. Now they leading 7-5. And the pitch. Swung on and popped out to left center. We got Gabe and Caden on the fence going out there. Cade's the closest. He sees the ball hit off the fence. He boogies on around the set. Now there was a timeout called on the field. The umpire called the time because he believed it got to the fence, and once it gets stuck in the fence like that, they have to call time. So they call time. The batter will get a double on that. So he puts the ball deep in play. As Coach Sage calls timeout, looks like he's going to make a pitching change here as he brings Gabriel White in from center field. Okay, folks, so we've had a pitching change as Sage comes out and Gabriel White steps here on the mound for us.
Go, Gabe.
They do have a man who just hit a shot to left center, and because of the ball getting caught in the fence, the umpire had to call a timeout, and he was granted a double. So 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning. Gabriel White takes over for Sage Lovelace. He takes a peek back at the runner, takes a look twice, and delivers the pitch. That pitch hits the outside corner, so Gabe starts off with a strike. He starts off ahead in the count 0-1. So it's going to be pitching by platoon here as the weather as well as, pitching accuracy is going to cause Coach Sage as Gabe blows on right by the batter with a swing and miss. And Gabe will find himself ahead in the count 0-2. 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Gabe's a lefty. Batter calls time, backs out. Gabe steps off the bump. And now he's back ready to go to work. So ahead in the count here, 0-2 with 1 out. Big pitch here for Gabe. If he can go 3 strikes here, that would be great. Runner takes off. Ball bounces. Unable to stop it was Tyson. Gabe comes down to try to help Tyson out. And runner boogies on down to third base. So now they got a man in scoring position on third base. 1 ball, 2 strikes here on the batter with 1 out. So once again, I have to mention this is a long backstop like a high school field should be, and if he loses the ball here, it might be a hard chance to be able to stop him from coming home from scoring. All right, we trail 7-5. Gabe goes back to work. The pitch is bounced. Good stop there by Tyson. He comes up ready to unload, and that'll take the count even at 2-2. So Gabe started off with 2 good strikes, and now finished up with 2 balls. Counts even at 2-2, and the pitch. Swung, right down the middle. That looked pretty good. A little too high. And the count will go 3-2.
Don't lose him, Gabe. You got it.
So Gabe trying to battle here with this batter. 3-2. 1 out. Man on third base. Bottom of the second. And the pitch. Swung on and popped over the backstop. That one's going to be hard to find as it got knocked into the trees. Count will stay full at 3-2.
Let's go, Gabe. You got it.
Gabe delivers. Ooh, that one got away from him, and they'll take it, and he'll have 4 balls, and that'll walk the batter down to first base. So now they got runners on the corner here, bottom of the second. They lead 7-5. The vibe right now, folks, is just melancholy right now. So we have to do something to pick ourselves up. A hot day like this is easy to be complacent and easy to be lackadaisical, but we're going to have to dig deep for this one if we want to keep this win streak going. All right, Gabe has runners on the corner, 1 out here. Bottom of the second is the runner. Boogie's on down to second base. Tyson fakes the throw to second and fires it back to third. Fires back to Gabe. And now there's a man on second and third with 1 out. Gabe falls behind in the count, 1-0. And the pitch. Gabe bouncing one in there. Good stop there by Tyson Maxey as the ball dribbles down first base, but he's able to grab it before the runner on third thinks about coming home. So now Gabe finds himself behind in the count 2-0. They do have a base open, but we definitely like to get this batter if we could. And the pitch. He bounces another one there. That one goes to the backstop, and that looks like we're going to give up another run. So unassisted runs here that we are giving up to this USK scout prospect. Folks, I will have to tell you just by the eye test, they are not one of the best teams we've ever played. We have just not playing sound baseball on the defensive side of the ball. But we are making it look like they are 10 times better than what they are. I got to call a spade. I'm sorry. So now they have a man on third base. We give up another run. There's 3 balls here on the batter, and Gabe goes back to work. Running squares for a bunt. The ball is called. Oh, interference. So I wanted to get interference like they got on us to no avail. So Gabe trying to bottle himself back in here, being behind on the count 3-1. The batter had squared around to take a bump, but I'm pretty sure that was just to try to throw Gabe off. So let's see if Gabe can battle himself back in here as he trails in the count 3-1. And the pitch. Swung on, hit down the middle, a line drive, bounces into center field. Sage is there. He catches the ball, but their batter gets an RBI and a single. So now they lead the contest 9-5. Things just not going the way for our Covington Reds. The weather's kicking our butts, and there's just no momentum. No, we just need an injection into our blood. I think that first inning really drained the boys, and we have not really recovered from that. But we got to figure it out. Still a long ball game. We can get it back. Gabe goes back to work. Man on first base as the man came in first. Gabe, with the pickoff moves that he has, tosses it over, and he gets picked off. The runner gets picked off. He still kept running. So Gabe has a real good pickoff move and luck. And fortunately, he was able to get the runner out, picked him off at first base. So he tossed it over to Brandon. Brandon ran him down as much as he could.
You got it, Gabe.
Until okay, so we got 2 outs. Gabe goes back to work. He bounces one in there, and now he trails in the count 1-0. So good pickoff by Gabe right there to try to give us another out. We trail in the contest 9-5. Gabe goes back to work in the pitch. Nice pitch there, a little bit too high, and Gabe will fall behind in the count 2-0. So it's just one of those games, folks, as they call timeout in the infield. Looks like Coach Tate comes out. Not quite sure. Something happened, so I don't think it's – I see Brandon pointing to something, but not quite sure if they're putting strategy together or just trying to make sure they do what's needed to make sure we get this batter out, because we desperately need him out as we trail by 4 with the score of 9-5. USA Scout Prospects lead this contest. Folks, this is only the bottom of the second. This game is dragging out to no end. I mean, the weather has everybody just kind of just being in a melancholy mood. So not quite sure. I am sure of what it's miserable actually just sitting and watching the game because we're in the shade, but the humidity is really taking its toll. Well, we're going to have to put it all together as Tyson comes back in. I believe he went and got some water just to try to cool himself down with all that hot gear on. We're going to have to figure out a way because this game is far from over as Gabe goes back to work behind the count. Now he's behind the count 3-0 as he throws a pitch outside.
Come on, Gabe, you got it.
And the pitch. Right there down, he catches that inside curve. Batter didn't think so, but umpire calls it a strike, and now count is 3-1. So nice pitch there by Gabe. Let's see if he can continue to battle. 2 more strikes. Batter may not be swinging, so he might as well just put one right down the middle. Nice pitch right there. He catches it outside corner. So now the count is full at 3-2. So we got to be ready because I'm pretty sure the batter, if he sees, he's going to try to put it in play. 2 outs. Desperately need this pitch right here. And the pitch. Oh, Gabe bounces one in there, so he walks a batter. So now they're back to having a batter on first base here. 2 outs in the bottom of the second. So not in the greatest situation right now, but if we can just somehow work on this batter and get this elusive 1 out that we need, we still have a chance to get back up to the plate and swing the bat. Gabe takes the pitch and brings it right down the middle. So nice way to start this batter off if Gabe gets the first strike, and he's ahead in the count on 1. Score is 9-5. USA Scout Prospects lead our Covington Reds 16U in the bottom of the second. This game looks like it's been played for 2 hours. Ball goes to the outside, so second pitch is 1-1 as Tyson fires one over to Brandon just to keep the runner safe. Gabe's a lefty, so it makes it a little bit harder to steal on. And the pitch as Gabe is going back to work. Oh, he bounced another one in there. So he just needs to finish downhill as the count goes to 2-1 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Gabe loads up and pitches. The runner's not getting the run off. He just, gets away from Tyson, and he just trots down to first base. So we grab the ball. So Their runner just jogged down. He could have had a chance to get over because Tyson took his time to go get the ball. And now the count is 3-1. They do have a man now in score position at second base. It is just hot, folks. I'm just telling you, this weather is just taking its toll on our young Covington Reds 16U squad as they're not moving around with all the pep that they normally have. Oh, Gabe pulled off on that one and he walks another batter. So now they have a man on first and second, and they're basically just trying to see if they can have a walkathon as there's 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. All right, folks, going back to work with Gabe here. He throws one right down the middle. It's hit the right field. We should have an out right there because Jay Simmons over there, and he makes the catch. So we finally get that elusive out. Didn't give up another run, but we do trail on the contest by the score of 9-5. A lot of work for our boys to do, but I know our Covington Red 16U is definitely up for it because Coach Tate Lovelace is going to have nothing less. They will get a stern talking to about picking up the intensity and coming out here and swinging the bat as we make our way into the top of the third inning. We trail the contest 9-5. We'll be right back. Back to the action. J-Man steps into the batter's box, takes the first pitch. It goes low and outside. We're in the top of the third, folks. This could be an issue for us as the game has lasted a long time. So I think we might have exhausted the time. So we have to get 4 runs back in this inning. And so J-Man is going to be our first at bat. Let's see if we can go ahead and get the party started. We're trailing 9-5. That ball is inside, but it catches the corner. So that even out the count on J-Man at 1-1. We're trailing the contest 9-5, top of the third, and that tells you right there a game just to get the third. Typically, you don't start looking at the time until at least the 4th inning, but this game is dragged out severely. That ball goes outside, And now the count is 2-1. We do have Caden Ferentz, number 3, on deck. And the pitch. Swung on and cracked out to left center. The center fielder's going out there. It's like it's going to be over his head. So great hit there by J-Man. J-Man boogies around first. He's headed to second base. He should get in there with no issues. And J-Man starts us off with the inning with a double. So great shot there by J-Man as he puts it into left center. The center fielder was running. He just could not catch up with that ball as J-Man smashes one. So great way to start off the inning here for our Covington Reds as we'll open up this inning with a double. So Caden Ferentz steps into the batter's box with number 15, Riley McCoy, sitting on deck. Great start there for our Covington Reds here as we trail the contest 9-5 here in the top of the third. Swung on and popped up. Oh, no, the third baseman's headed over there. He will not have enough room and enough time to get over there and make the catch. So Caden put a little piece of metal on it. Unfortunately, it went foul, and he'll be behind in the count 0-1. So hopefully J-Man's hit will inject some life into our Covington Red squad as we have a long uphill fight, trailing the contest 9-5, which could be our last 3 outs. And the pitch. Swung on and smashed over the third baseman, goes past the third baseman. J-Man. Oh my. Okay, so J-Man got caught on third, and Coach Tay stops him, which is probably a fairly decent stop. I thought J-Man could boogie it on home, but better safe than sorry as Caden puts the ball in play with a great hit. He gets a single down to left field. And now we got runners on the corner here. Number 15, Riley McCoy, steps into the batter's box. Good hits by our first 2 batters of the inning with Jaden and Caden respectively. No outs. The pitcher tosses it over to first base. Caden gets back. So we need 4 runs. Our Covington Red squad being put to the test here. And the pitch. Ooh, tosses it up. Caden might be dead to right. Ooh, wasn't even close. Not quite sure we should have took off there. Not sure what happened. Coach is not real happy. Danny was not real happy about that steal attempt. I'm not quite sure why he took off because I didn't think we should have ran at that point either. We have no outs here, and we need runs galore. We need people on bases, so I'm not quite sure what happened there, but that wasn't even close, and that'll be our first out on the inning. That pitch is high. Catcher throws it down to third base. We get back there safe and sound. So now there's 1 out here in the top of the third. We just lost a crucial base runner when Caden attempted to steal second, but was caught dead to right. So now we got 1 out here. Count is 1-0 here on Ryland. And the pitch. Swung on and missed. Fell off the table on Ryland, but the count goes even at 1-1. So Ryland didn't think he should have swung at that one, but that's okay. He has at least minimum 2 more opportunities. All right, folks, so it's getting kind of tight here. 1 out here in the top of the third inning. We're trying to battle back into this one. Decent little pitch there by the pitcher number 18, but the umpire don't think so. And now Ryland to find himself ahead in the count 2-1. J-Man sits patiently on third base. Pitcher steps off, did not like exactly what he see or the sign. For some reason, we have a nice little cool spot where the humidity wasn't as bad, but here it comes back. And the pitch. Swung on and hit down the third base line. It goes foul. Count will even up at 2-2. We trail the contest 9-4, trying to get ourselves back into it. Had a good opportunity here with our first 2 batters. Unfortunately, our second batter, Caden Ferentz, was caught stealing. And now we just have J-Man on third base here with 1 out in the top of the third. And the pitch. Oh, that one goes outside. We should get a run here with that one. As J-Man comes down, he took a long time. Oh, my goodness. Luckily, He slides in there and knocks the ball out of his hand, but looks like we got a really late run on that, but we'll take the run, and that'll increase our score 6-9 as J-Man comes across and gets that score for us. So now the score is 6-9. We do trail. We do trail by 3 now. Count is even here, 2-2 with 1 out here in the top of the third. And Riley gets caught looking at the outside corner. And now we got 2 outs here in the top of the third. Gabriel, one of our last opportunities. We desperately need to have him get on base. Score 6-9.
Okay.
2 outs here in the top of the third. On deck, we have Brandon Scott. We're heading back to the top of the lineup, so hopefully Gabe can help us turn over this lineup and the pitch. Oh, that one's high. High and outside. Gabe's ahead in the count 1-0. So really big at bat here. Either we go home or we keep playing, and we give ourselves a great opportunity because that means we'll reach back to the top of the order. And the pitch. Oh, swung and missed. Big cut by Gabe. And the count will go even at 1-1. So big cut. I think Gabe tried to really get that one, put that one in play. Count is 1-1. 2 outs here. Top of the third. Swung on and missed. So he jammed Gabe real good there. So the count is 1-2. Now we could be down to our last strike. Gabriel White has to battle his way back. Down by 3. Swung on and missed, and that is the ball game, folks. Unbelievable. For our Covington Reds to lose to this team is very disappointing. I know it was hot, but this team was not at the caliber of the teams we've been playing in the last 2 tournaments. So just not an overall good performance here by our Covington Reds. Very disappointed. I understand that the weather pretty much just made the game just drag out as the game is over here in the top of the third inning. Unbelievable. All right, folks. Well, guess what? We have another game here, and the way that this had condensed itself into a one-day tournament will most likely mean that our next game will be our last game of this tournament, and that should be it for our Covington Reds. So we do got one more game. Unfortunately, we do have to wait till after the next game is played, so we should hopefully be back at around 5 o'clock. So stay tuned to our second game as we'll be right back at it here at Shiloh High School. Once again, folks, thank you for tuning in to live broadcast. Didn't turn out like we wanted to, but we'll see you at the next pitch.